Anthony Davis, he re-aggravated his Achilles injury against the Denver Nuggets the other day. Denver ended up winning that game 122 to 105, if I remember the score correctly. He'll be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and more than likely, we probably won't see him until after the All-Star break. And really the main thing that we're going to focus on here is, how does Anthony Davis's Achilles injury affect the Lakers' title chances at this point? Now, for me, I kind of look at this two ways. In the short term, I think they're definitely going to be affected by not having Anthony Davis on the court. The Lakers as a team have pretty solid depth, but they will miss AD's defensive presence. So they will have to rely a little bit more on Marc Gasol, and that's not the best thing to rely on at this point, just because Marc Gasol is getting older. He's not as agile or not as good as what he used to be. He's still productive in a smaller role here and there, but he is not anywhere near what he was back when he was in the prime of his career. So the Lakers' defensive numbers may take a hit over these next 2 to 3 weeks before the All-Star game takes place. It wouldn't surprise me if LeBron starts putting a little bit more effort and really starts taking the primary role of the team moving forward. So definitely expect LeBron to carry a little bit more weight on his shoulders until the All-Star break. And pretty much that's where I think the Lakers' title chances really kind of stand right now. I think if AD comes back within the next month or so, I still think that their long-term title aspirations are still intact. I mean, just to kind of put things into perspective, the Lakers have the second best record in the Western Conference right now. They're only behind Utah, and Utah has had the most impressive start up to the season compared to everybody else in the league. I did not expect Utah to be this good this early, and they are just playing outstanding basketball. And even despite that, the Lakers are only a game or two back of the Utah Jazz in the standings in the Western Conference. So to me, it doesn't really seem that the Lakers are really in any sort of trouble long term. Now, if AD is out for the rest of the year, then it's a completely different story. It definitely affects their title chances and really affects their chances to even get out of the West. But I don't suspect that happening. I think Anthony Davis will be able to come back within the next month or so. May take a couple games to get back into the groove of things when he does come back. But probably within a month and a half or so, the Lakers will just be fine. This team is pretty well built. I think with Frank Vogel coaching the team the way that he's been, I don't really suspect that they're going to really struggle or they're going to really fall off when Anthony Davis is not around on the team.